Okay, sorry the video stopped, so I'm going to have to do a two-parter. But clearly it shows here the yellow wire. I had it right. The yellow wire is on this side and the green wire is on that side of the trailer. As you can see, the yellow and the way the trailer is sitting, with that being the front. So we can go ahead and get these tightened down. Oh, but crucial thing that I forgot was, which is good, yes, to put this on. And I know this, I'm going to take this rubber off, put that on here, and then put the rubbers here on this side because it's getting, oh no, we want to go higher on this one, which is okay. We want these wires to go through the centerpiece, maybe like this. There we go. Oh no, it is not going to go in those. Dang, it is not going to use these bottom two like I was hoping, unless I flip it. If I flip it, that would just put the, I think that'll be fine. Let's do that. Hold on, let me pause. Okay, so we got the, here I'll show you. Got the license plate mounted. I guess this light might light the license plate up, is what I'm thinking. Let's see, and this is just going to go here. Then we're going to put one washer. Again, I might move the license plate to the back. I might just leave it here as long as it's visible, because the teardrop's going to be maybe out an inch here. I'm going to come a little wider with the teardrop, just slightly. Use a little fatter trim. I'm trying to decide because I want to get it, keep it true 4 foot on the inside, which is going to be a little tricky with my trims and the way I do that. So this one's on. Guess we'll just run this underneath when I get the actual wiring done. All right, let me pause and we'll get to the other side. There we go, we're back. Again, this bracket is shorter in one way with the two holes, a little longer and more adjustable holes for the lighting here, so you can shift it, I think, a little bit. But we're gonna get this one bolted on here. Boom, boom. Here. Boom. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's get this one tightened. That ain't going nowhere. Get this side. Tight. There we go. Perfect. Now this light.
Well, I'm gonna need your Allen wrench real quick, buddy.
Sure, go ahead. So, and then this side will go here. Clearly, there's not a light on the bottom. Like the other side, which is clearly for the license plate to light it up. I guess that's why some people, when they do YouTube videos, they get it all figured out and planned, and I'm kind of just doing it with you as I go, which probably don't make me look the brightest. But yeah, see, you do have that little bit of play from left to right with the adjustment of these. If you want them in or out more, you can get about, let's say, an inch away from the side of the trailer, or just on an eyeball, it's like 3/4 of an inch, I'll say. It's not a lot, but it does give you that little bit of play, moving it in and out, depending on the space you have. And they do stick out farther than the wheels. But I'm going to definitely do different hubcaps. I got to get a little wrench to tighten these up. Here, hold on. I'll go grab that wrench real quick. Okay, I'm back. And it looks like these are 7/16. So I'm going to keep them in a little more. I can always move them out later. Just want to keep as much room for getting in and out of my shop as I cut. So I'm going to be taking it out next week and going and buying the lumber to start the build. So we'll get the bottom and the walls up real quick of the teardrop. How the Phylon, I still contemplating the wood, going all wood, covering it with fiberglass, or wood and slowly putting 10 coats of UV urethane on. Some beautiful woodworking I can do. I know the fiberglass would be stronger, but the finish 5-6 coats of urethane. Each section I would coat if I did it that way with the urethane, and then after it was all done, I'd do the whole trailer, like the trims and everything, and put 4 coats on the entire trailer to seal it, so that it'd definitely lock it. But I haven't decided 100% yet. So we got these wires on. The green is on the back left of the trailer, and the yellow is on the back right. Let me jump over. Here, I'll take you with me. And rather than do a whole nother video installing these front ones, let me show you. So the way these lights here, these front ones that go on the front of the trailer by the tongue, the way these, the wiring, they got 3 holes. 2 for the screws here, and then 1 in the center. But the wiring on these is offset a little to the left. So what I did was fold it this way on both sides, the front and the back. The wires come in, as you can see, but as you can see, it's coming from over here. They should have put the hole here for these lights. It would have made more sense to me, but it's just a Phillips head, and then they come with the bolts and the screws. So they're tight. Both sides are done. That was the first part of the video, and it messed up. So Let me tighten up this side and then we'll get the wiring done. I guess you don't have to. Trying to not make the videos too long to bore everybody, but I know people might want to see a little more than I've been showing. So anything I can say. One thing is with that lip on the trailer and where some of the bolts in the center can be a little tricky to get to and a little harder. You don't want to go too super tight with these. It's just plastic. You don't want to break them, but you want them tight. Okay. That's golden. Wish there was a hole in the bottom lip of this, but there's a hole on top. But I'm definitely not running them there. You're going to have to wrap up underneath. And I'll figure out a way to fasten it. So as you can see here, the license plate, holders on. This is the back light, and as you can remember, that one has the light for the license plate underneath. Here's a look from the back of the trailer with the two lights on. There's that one, and then I just showed you the front two. This one's here, which is a little trickier. Okay, I'm gonna pause it real quick and get the wiring here. I'll show you, because I'm sure you don't want to watch me unfold the whole thing. It's pretty simple because the left yellow wires are going to run down this side of the trailer, and I'm pretty sure the green batch will run down this side of the trailer. I've yet to see how it's going to run through each one of these cross beams. Let's show you what I'm saying. Like how the wiring is going to run through. We might have to wrap it around each one of these here. Or no, there's a hole. There's not a hole in this one. Here in the middle. So I might have to drill a hole through these. No, this side has a hole. Well, I guess there is a hole. There is a hole running down each one of them. So that'll be easy. Let me get it opened up and then we'll put it together. Be right back. Okay, I thought that maybe you guys would want to watch. Make it simpler. So it does come with some connector pieces. And these might even clip on. Some of this might clip onto the trailer. I'm going to have to see how this all goes together. It's going to be a little... another pause. I'm just opening it, figuring it out with you, and then I'll go back to the book and guide and figure it out as I go. Okay, clearly there's 3 wraps on this. Does that mean they're separate? Okay, this is clearly your, this first batch, this is to hook up to your car. This first section. They don't give a whole lot. I'd say about 3 feet for the car side. So that running, if you're just running this to your car, I'm thinking that that's not going to be long enough. But I'm going to have, when we have the hitch put on the car, we're going to put one of those other rounder caps with an adapter. So if we get a different trailer or something. Oh, here we go. Come on. Hold on a second. Pause. Bink. Apart. Alright, so this strand here, I'll show you the length of it. You figure the trailer here is 4 foot from here back. So it looks like these are 4 foot with the piece you get to go to your hook up to the car, which is not going to be, I guess if you're tying it into your back lights, it could work. Just that I haven't hooked up yet to the car, so most cars already have it. This is the harness. We're going to go start it from the other end. This is the ground. It's going to have to be fed all the way through, so down both sides. So we got the green on the back left and the brown on the back right. So unravel. It's real simple. It's just 2 wires running back. It looks like on each side. Got this tangled here. Hold on. Here we go. There we go. Okay, so now I just got to feed each wire. We're going to run the green down this side over here and the yellow down that side. So that's going to take a bit. So let's get the green down this side since we're over here. Which, we're going to have to tap into this wire, I think, when we go and... Is there a hole in here? I'm not happy with that. Doesn't look like there's a hole here. Maybe this will come up over here. I don't like that. I might rework a lot of this. I'm guessing this is going to come up this way. Maybe at the end here, but that's just going to be terrible. Okay. Brown, green, brown, yellow, brown. Okay. We'll just fix it. This is the way it's got to run for now. Ooh, I could come in right there. Let's do that. If I fix the wire, let's see. This the side. I want to come underneath. Well, I'm not going to be opening it. Let me check what they're doing real quick, because I don't want to, what they're saying. I know it's gonna, I'm gonna wire it so it can open and close. Oh, okay. Let me see, hold on. Okay, it comes with 4 twist ties. And then no, sorry, 6 twist ties. And then, let's drop that one. 6 wire crimps like this. So, and then it looks, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws. I believe are going to be for the ground wires. And then it's got 4 wire clips, which are probably to run the wire underneath. That might be up front, is what I'm thinking, that I got to use those. They don't say a whole lot. Okay, let me look for that, be right back. So what I noticed is they didn't run a ground wire for the back two lights. But they do have 3 wires back here. So I'm going to have to ground both the back lights. I'm assuming these screws are what they're giving me to ground. Actually, those are galvanized. I'm thinking these two here for the back two lights. Make sure I got the right bit. This one's way too big. So I'm gonna get the right bit so then I can drill the hole. I'm gonna drill a hole in the trailer to put this ground, so I can ground this to the trailer back here, and I'm gonna ground it to the back there, and then I'm gonna ground it up at the front end also to the bolt, I think, there. But let me get the right bit. Okay, to show you what I've done here, put a hole right here to get right into the trailer with a perfect size hole for this bit. I'm gonna bolt that on right there tight. With that touching, it'll give a good ground. I'm gonna do that on both sides, and then make sure I got a good ground at the front, and then run the wires. Hold on, be right back. That should be a good ground. If I have any problems, I'll sand around here a little bit of the paint off, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna get a good ground with that. And I'm gonna do that to both sides. Just drilling it slightly bigger, and I might even get some small bolts and bolt these on here. But I'm gonna get the other side done. Be right back. Okay, clearly you gotta bolt each of the 4. So what I'm gonna do, and what I recommend you do, is before putting on these front lights here, especially even if you didn't paint it, you want to take out one of these before you put one of these screws in, and just grind all the paint inside that hole off, and we can use that for the ground here. Dink. So I'm thinking we have to ground each separate one. I could just drill holes, but might be better, and guarantee it'll work. But I think on these I'm gonna do that. You don't need to watch that. And then it's pretty simple, because you just got the 2 other wires that run down, and I believe you're only gonna hook, you'll tap in the 1 brown wire on the front end here on these front lights. You'll tap in the brown wire, which is going to be the hot running down, and then the brown wire on this side you'll tap into, and then you got the yellow and brown on this side that you tie into, and the green and brown on this side that you tie into. So it's pretty simple there. The way I end up running it, it's going to take longer than I can do on this video, because I'm going to spend some more time, really figure out how I want to run it, get it down there so that it looks nice. But yeah, I think each separate light, I might go down, because I've done these 2. I'm going to stop this video, but I might go down and just buy 20 feet of some ground wire, and then just ground them all to one spot, and then run a wire down both sides. Run all, I think that's what I'll end up doing, just getting another wire and running it down, because I'd rather have them all grounded at once. I only have 1 point to work on if there's a problem with the lights not working. It's only 1 ground. So, and then I'll just tie the whites in on all the lights. They'll all be connected to the same ground, and I'll tie them all in and connect them all to the same ground, 1 spot up here. So that's my plan. And I'm gonna take these 2 bolts off, and I'm gonna grind out the paint on all these holes on this bolt. And I think I'll use that bolt maybe as my ground. I don't know. I might find another spot and just bolt it underneath. But whatever I'm going to do, it's going to take longer than this video can be. So it's not a fail. This would work. I just think it's kind of oaky when I know I can just get 20 feet of white wire. I'll say 15 feet. That's some wire for pretty cheap at the store. I'm going to go buy that and I'll get these lights finished. But for the most part, you see how it's done, just the way I run it. And then grounding the wire, hooking up that ground wire will be the only part that I'm doing different than probably most people do. But if I run a white wire down both sides along with the yellow and the brown, I think it's gonna come out a lot nicer. I'm gonna do a little more research too on the wiring here and bringing it into the trailer. I'm not sure what people are doing because there's no way to pass through here with the wiring like I was hoping. I could run it in front here, I guess, which I might do. Let me see if I could do that. Actually, while I got you here, it's nothing probably going to be permanent, but let me see. Yeah, it looks like it will fit through there. Like that. And then I'll fasten it on both sides so that it won't get... Oh, I kind of hate doing that. I almost want to drill through that, but it's going to be hard. You'd have to drill way up high. These are going to be permanent for me, so it's not going to be a problem. But I guess we'll have to wrap it up, over, and then back down. Actually, it could just come over. Because all of this won't be seen from here. Could. I'm probably going to wire it a little different than they want it. They would do it. Because this folds down like a dump trailer, but I'm not gonna use it that way because I'm building a teardrop on it. So anyhow, if I run the 3 wires down both sides, you'll be able to see that it'll be a lot nicer finish. Oh. There is a hole down on the bottom. There is a hole right here on the bottom of both of these. Right, where's that hole? Right here. If I use this hole here, and then the wires will just come out on both sides and connect right here. I'm thinking that might be a better... here we go. A better way for all this. Oops, sorry. I don't know. Wait, the hole's right. I was holding it wrong. Sorry, the hole's right here. I'm gonna figure out. I could run it underneath this bar. I don't want them to get banged or have any chance of getting cut, so I want to keep them inside the trailer as much as possible. But I'm gonna end this video here. Sorry it's so long. I can do a more condensed video. But I'm going to run to the hardware store and pick up that wiring. Or see if I got an extra. I know I got some wiring here, but at the shop, but I don't. No, anyhow, please like and subscribe. I'll probably redo this whole video because it ended up running a half an hour. I hope it helps you with your decisions and when you go to doing the wiring, to make a decision prior to the fail that I did. But it's not a fail because it's just the trial and errors that we all go through when doing a project. Better to see somebody like me doing it than come up with your own solution to the problem and what you want to do. But I think what I want to do, even though I've gotten both these grounded in the back, these little holes, it doesn't really matter. As you can see, they're grounded. Here, I've grounded it. I'm just not liking that as much as a solid wire with one single ground to the trailer at the front. I think it'll be better. So that being said, please like and subscribe. Again, I'm sorry this ran a half hour, but I'm gonna call it my 7th video, but a fail, but not total fail. And when it's all done, I'll show you the way I ended up running the wires and the way the ground works, because I wanted all the work and simple as possible. So thanks, have a great day, and please enjoy. The future videos will not be as bad, I'm hoping, but we all go through life with challenges and stumbles and changing of decision. So that said, I will have the completion video soon. Thank you and have a great day.